During that period, after trials of every sort, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not shed its light, stars will fall out of the skies, and the heavenly hosts will be shaken. Then people will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. He will dispatch his angels and assemble his chosen from the four winds, from the furthest bounds of the earth and sky. Learn a lesson from the fig tree. Once the sap of its branches runs high and it begins to sprout leaves, you know that summer is here. In the same way, when you see these things happening, you will know that he is near, even at the door. I assure you, this generation will not pass away until all these things take place. The heavens and the earth will pass away, but my words will not pass. The Gospel of the Lord. This is my reflection, especially on those words. Mark's Gospel has been my least favorite of the four Gospels until these last weeks. Bones. I am beginning to see in a new way what the bare bones, the essential of Jesus' message is. Certainly I've always known the great commandment, love God above all and your neighbor as yourself. Now, I'm understanding that I must see as God sees. I must become more aware, more deeply conscious of the divine in me. As I said in my reflection on Mark chapter 9 for the 25th Sunday, I must become a new person. Until these last few years, I thought of these doomsday readings as describing something in the far future. Today, I see these events happening all around me, and I realize they have been happening since time began, or forever if I think there is no end or beginning to creation. And I also know that God, the divine presence, is everywhere, always. Today, I'm learning to view what is happening in the world with a deeper consciousness. At the surface of my life, lots is always happening, but underneath, deep within it all, is the presence of the divine. And I'm trying to learn to be aware of this presence, to see the fig tree, to pick the ripe figs, to be in the energy of love. My novice mistress many years ago, Sister Mary Helen McMullen, a very proper nun from Boston, who had these non-Irish girls in Minnesota to teach, had two sayings she repeated often. When one of the novices was upset, or there was a disturbance or conflict around, Sister would say, "Let it go by." And then she would also tell us, "Let not your mind be a highway over which the whole world travels." Some 60 years ago, I understood the first saying pretty well, mind your own business. But Sister Mary Helen would never use those words. Minding my own business has been a beginning of awareness for me. At least I'm not generating false ideas. The second saying I am understanding better after all these years. This is what "let not your mind be a highway over which the whole world travels" means to me now. I must know what is happening here, in me, in our community, and all over the world, all over creation. But I must not identify myself with what I know. I must not be caught up in what I know. When I see all these things happening, all these things taking place, I must look from that deeper dimension in me at all these things and recognize the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. With God's eyes, I must find God in the evolution of the cosmos. Today, I see that some of us ordinary human beings, as we evolve, as we become more godlike, are being more aware of our own ignorance. In all the crazy, violent happenings, we understand that this is a part of the evolution of humankind. Humanity is learning, maybe the hard way, to use the gifts we have been given in the best way possible. I feel that the gift of faith in the Son of Man can lead me to that place of the divine in me, from which I can see with God's eyes. Maybe soon, if not now, the wise shall shine brightly like the splendor of the firmament, and those who lead the many to justice shall be like the stars forever. We are becoming new persons.